Hi there, this is Dragonate's mom. I would like to start out by saying a big thank you to my son, Nathan. Without him here to support me and love me through this journey, I don't know where I would be. Thank you so much, hun, and I love you so much. Also, I'd like to thank my sister and her boys. They have been a huge support to me and Nathan throughout this journey. So my multiple sclerosis journey started in April of 2013. It started with I had numbness in my left foot, which led to numbness in my left thigh, numbness in my right foot, and then numbness in my left calf. So I went to my chiropractor during this time, thinking that, maybe it was something that he could help with. And he suggested orthotics because nothing else was working. And my doctor also suggested that I might need orthotics. So we decided to order them, and I got them, and I started to use them. The numbness did go away, but I was very off balance. In May of 2013, we went to a wedding in Banff. The day after the wedding, we went for a walk, and I fell. I was trying to go up a little hill. I went to grab a stump to help me up a hill, and I started to fall. And I knew that if I fell the way I was falling, that I would end up rolling down the hill, and I didn't want that to happen, so I turned around and I landed on my butt. My son and a friend had to help me up. I hurt my foot in the process. We got back home, and I went back to work, but my legs started to feel like jelly, and they just didn't want to hold me up. I thought I hurt my tailbone really bad, especially when things didn't get better. During this time, a friend from work brought in a walker, which of course I really didn't want to start using a walker. I was too young for a walker. But she didn't want to see me fall, so she brought in a walker for me to use, and I used it. My legs just didn't seem to get better, so I went to see my doctor. My doctor set up appointments for me to check and see what was going on, and he had me do some tests and stuff. During this time, this was in June of 2013, I was working maybe 1 to 2 days a week. I was not hungry. I couldn't eat. And it wasn't because food made me feel sick. It's just that I wasn't hungry. But Nathan made me start to eat. He would put a piece of toast in front of me and say, "You need to eat all of this, Mom." And so I started to. But I did lose a lot of weight during this time. While I was off, I couldn't go into work. I would call in, and my boss was very understanding. He wanted to find out what was going on with everything with me, too, because he wanted me back, and I wanted to be back. So Nathan and I did some research during this time, and all of my symptoms led towards MS. So when I went in to see the doctor again, he said to me, he sat there and he's like, my feelings are leaning towards, and I looked at him and I said, MS. And he said, yes, which I kind of knew that that's maybe what it was. So he had an appointment set up with a neurologist. And I went to see her. And she couldn't understand why I was using a walker, why we thought it was MS. My legs were super, super strong in all of her tests, but I told her that my legs felt like jelly. So she set up an MRI, and she just wanted to do an MRI of my back and neck because she still wasn't convinced that it could be MS. In July, I started working again, but my eyes went wonky, and it was during this time that I went for my MRI. I went back to see my doctor to let him know that my eyes were, really, really wonky. I couldn't see straight. And he wanted to try something with me, something new. And that was to put me on a massive dose of steroids to see if it would help my eyes and my legs to get better. I had to take half days off work to do this because I had to take them in the afternoon. I wasn't able to drive, and I needed to take them with food and milk. And the steroids did help my eyes, but it did not help my legs. I was still using my walker. During this time, I had to take a few more days off work because it only happened 3 times, but I had a tightness in my stomach just below my breast line. It was super painful that it kept me awake. I couldn't sit, I couldn't stand, I couldn't lay. Nothing would help. It just kept hurting, and the pain was unbearable. The second time it happened, my son made me guzzle some water, and the pains would start to go away, but not completely. It kept me home from work as I didn't go to sleep that whole night, and the pain would go away in the morning when I needed to get up. And so it was like, I can't come into work, I need to sleep. So my boss was very understanding at that time too. In early July, I went for my first MRI, just of my back and my neck. And the neurologist, I guess, talked to my doctor, and they had decided that I needed to go for an MRI of my brain. They found a lesion in my lower neck, and they needed to, make sure about lesions in the brain. And so I went for an MRI of my brain, in which they found 4 lesions, 3 small ones which were dormant, and 1 larger one which was active, which was what was causing all my issues. My official diagnosis of MS was the end of July, and I had an appointment set up to see an MS doctor for sometime in the beginning of August. I'm going to end my first vlog here. This is a journey of when my MS symptoms started to when I was actually diagnosed. In closing, I would like to ask you to please check out www.teespring.com/dragonate-caring-t-ms. This is a charity t-shirt that Nathan has set up, and 75% of proceeds goes to the MS Society for research for MS. Also, please check out Dragonite's channel on YouTube. I will be putting the links for both of these in the description below. If you have any questions or anything regarding my journey that may be able to help you with your journey, with whatever you're going through, please don't hesitate to leave it in the comments below. If you like this video, please give a like. Also, if you'd like to see more, please subscribe. And we will see you in the next one. Blessings to you. One thing I would like to say that I forgot is that I asked my doctor, is MS hereditary? And he said, no, it's not hereditary. So anybody who has any MS symptoms or is going through multiple sclerosis, it is not hereditary. The biggest thing that they said is for Nathan to start taking vitamin D, and he only has a 5% chance of ever getting MS. So no, it is not hereditary, and you only have to tell people who you want to tell due to the fact that it's not hereditary. Thank you.